incident that happened earlier in the video we made earlier, the live I did, where I was arguing, or no, even just agitated over motherfuckers trolling. I was like, you're talking about his mama. There was multiple people talking to me. Was it? And, you know.
I didn't care.
The people troll me. I say some random shit that sounds ignorant. It probably was because I'm tired of motherfuckers trying to, make me their laughing stock of their joke. But my thing is I was on talking about how the I got a letter in saying that they're gonna take my money. I had this one guy out here. I hope he shows back up, trying to tell me they can take it just because they can take it because I owe them. But without due process is what I was trying to get at, or proof of or evidence of anything that proves that I destroyed anything, that I destructed anything, or a judge's order allowing them to, as they said, intercept or garnish my wages. There's proper procedures that must be taken. And dude was just saying, no, I could do it. But I was trying to get him to elaborate where the
Justification.
educated conscience would think that's okay. That they could just take my money without, informing me, notify me of the evidence they have, an order, or anything like that. So I Google, started asking legal questions again, because it makes no sense to me. Now, here, let's see. I can go for it. Let's see how far can I go back. I asked, what's the difference between
I was going to answer it for you. Hello?
Hello, is this Mr. Borsall?
Yes, is this Rachel?
No, my name is Bailey Gamble. I work for the Arkansas Department of Transportation. I'm one of the attorneys, and I just wanted to give you a call and talk through the remaining balance that you have and see if you have any questions.
Yeah, I definitely have questions. I've been talking about this all morning. I've been getting ran around from department to collections to garnishing. I asked a question on what the definition of interception and garnishing difference was. Can you give me that since you're a lawyer?
Are you asking the difference between us garnishing your wages or intercepting your taxes?
Yes.
Yeah, what's the definition difference?
Well, when someone garnishes your wages, it means that they're taking directly from your paycheck. So that amount of money does not go to you from your paycheck or wherever you work. It will go back to the state. Now, tax intercept is a much different process. It's not taking from what you owe to the state directly from your paycheck, but instead, when you file your taxes, the state will say, oh, it looks like you're entitled to a refund of income tax.
Mhm.
However, you owe the state X number of dollars, in this case,
And
$80.
where's the state's proof that I owe them this?
The proof would be the documentation you've received over the last 12 years, showing that you initially owed $208. You made a payment at some point of $121.
No, that was last year. Y'all took my taxes, and I didn't know about it until after I got a hold of my HR Block agent, and she said there was some discrepancy with that, and it had to do with the AR dot. And I was like, what? And then I
understand that can be very jarring to have.
Jarring's a big word.
Intercepted.
I'm like concussioned from it. Jarring's like a minor, you know.
Because the sign is a personal owned sign. A company themselves put that up. It wasn't a sign of the states. You see?
Yeah, it wasn't like highway exit or turn
speed
off
limit
or
sign or a stop sign.
you got a food stop up ahead. This was a personal ranch because they hold community gatherings for the community, get paid through a contract to do the type events for the community.
Previous buddies.
Well, it sounds
The sign.
like you are questioning an issue from about 12 years ago,
Mhm.
and that's entirely fine. You're welcome to have that.
Because I was never notified about any of this.
Yeah, we didn't know anything until
No
last
legal due process, none whatsoever.
And we tried to get ahead
In
of
order
somebody
for
else.
us to, in order for us to even intercept your taxes, we must prove that we have attempted to make contact. And I have years of documentation where we attempted to mail letters, and that is the formal legal process of attempting to make.
So where's your certificate of indebtedness?
I'm sorry.
I want to see a certificate of indebtedness.
Certificate of what?
That's it. Yes.
A certificate of indebtedness.
Mm.
Now, it works a little bit different with the I don't understand why you're making that noise. This is
Well,
like a
I'll
legal
tell you why I'm making that noise, because I'm not understanding how, without even due process of my constitutional rights and my due process of law, how my money's ever been taken out of my account without even me knowing about it or getting notice of it until after it was already been taken. And I know how the Constitution works. I know how the supremacy clause.
I have years of documentation showing that we attempted to make contact with you.
Mm.
You are more than welcome and you are entitled to contacting an attorney. All I'm telling you is you owe $80.78.
If I were to contact an attorney, ma'am, I would be suing your corporation.
This is not a corporation. This is a state entity.
It's got a bridge in Dud
To
Street.
sue a state entity,
Mm.
as that is a violation of sovereign immunity. And it sounds like you know the Constitution pretty well.
Mhm.
So you would be very well aware of sovereign immunity, as it is very common legal practice
Mhm.
for a state to not allow anyone to sue it.
And I
in
would
their court.
strip that
So
immunity.
if you wish to go after this, what you can do is you can make a claim with the Claims Commission. That would
I'm
be
also
the
turning
full
you into the Better
legal
Business
process.
Bureau.
Claims
And you're
Commission
suing
US.
who?
I will be suing the state, the Department of Transport, the RDOT. I will be suing y'all because I was never given my legal due process, and by Arkansas state laws and the rules of civil procedures. All right, 4.1. I have to be notified before any.
Correct.
Yes.
So, just like you said, sounds like you know the law very well. I'm not sure why you haven't chosen to go to law school, but if you choose
Because I don't want to
one
work for a
thing that
foreign
they will-
entity. I'm a
one thing
United.
that you will learn in law school is the way that civil procedure works is a little bit separate from what you're talking about. However, you are correct. You are entitled to be made notified of anything that you are ever owed by the state, or if the state is
Is
to receive money from
demanding
you.
money.
And like I've
Yeah.
already said, I'm just going to make this one statement, and then we can end this here.
No, what's your name
We
again?
have notified you since 2014 of any debt
And
that you owed to the
if
state.
I would have ever been notified and received any,
You
listen,
now owe
ma'am.
$80.
This is being recorded. I need your name. I need your name.
You are more than welcome to have my name. Do you have a pen and paper
Yes, ma'am.
available?
I got it right now.
My name is Bailey,
Bailey.
spelled just like the Irish cream,
B-A-I-L-E-Y.
And my last name is Gamble, Gambill.
Wow.
I'm an attorney on the legal division.
Can I ask you, as an
Department of
attorney,
Transportation.
did you know that as an attorney and working for a corporation, y'all can't practice law?
Well, this is not a corporation, as I have stated many times. This is a state
Can I
entity,
ask you?
and the
Okay.
entity is separate from
Let
the
me ask you.
corporation.
Does that entity, your government entity, have a Bridge and Dudge Street company number?
Does it have a what?
A Bridge and Dudge Street number.
Have a business ID.
A business ID number.
I am not sure, as I don't work at the level that
Do the
that would
legal
even come across my
representatives?
desk.
Oh.
I am legal representation for
The Department of
a state
Transportation.
entity
Mhm.
So it is not a corporation. We do not operate like a corporation. We operate like a state entity, and there is a significant difference. So.
There is a significant difference. And the difference is a corporation doesn't have to abide by one's constitutional rights when dealing with situations like this, but a government agency must follow the rule of the code of the law.
And we keep very, very good documentation. As I said, I've been looking at your documentation
And,
since
ma'am,
before we got on this call.
And before
you were contacted in 2014.
I was never
Is there
contacted.
any way you could email us all the information, all the whole complete file?
Yeah, let me find a ink pen. Let me write down your email address.
No, I
What
want
is
mail.
your
I don't want email because see the emails I got to go in. And last time I did it, it started my phone acted
Email it to
funny.
us.
I want it
Well,
mail.
it sounds like you're not receiving the letters that we have mailed to you.
No, I've received the letter. I would be on the phone with the Attorney General this morning,
Email
the Secretary of
copy.
State, and
Okay. What is your mailing address?
509 West 2nd Street in Bowden, Arkansas, 72434.
And ask her if she can still email them all so you have 2 copies.
So, and let me just make sure that I have the correct address. It is 509 West 2nd Street in Bowden, Arkansas, 72434.
And yes, and I wasn't trying to come off as a ignoramus here towards you or be aggressive towards you. You just gotta kind of put yourself in my shoes, ma'am.
Right, and I guess that's why I'm a little bit confused about the pushback because, I have years of documentation in front of me.
Ma'am.
And so I would never, as a state employee or just a person out in the world, make an accusation that I could not stand on. It's why I went to law school. It's why I do the things that I do. And so looking at documentation that shows that we mailed letters to you in 2014, in 2015, again, I think in 2018, to me, it appears
That I was avoiding.
that you have been communicated with.
Right, or I have received your letters in one scenario. I received them and avoided, so the communication was there, the notification was there, but without my right to defense or my right to be heard, hasn't even came into play yet in a courtroom or on my defense.
The only way that would come into play would be if we filed
Lawsuit.
you.
And that's legally how you're supposed to take money out of someone's taxes. Is a suit should be filed, order obtained, and then a letter of notice to garnish, and then to the company and to the
I have documentation of all of that. We did attempt to contact
An
you with
attempt.
all of those.
And let me explain something, ma'am. And this is why I want to kind of start over here because I'm not an angry person. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm not saying what you're doing is it for the best interest of the entity you're representing. My thing is if I am a type of person, if I am contacted through certain vias of forms, I am the type to conduct myself as a business person and make full contact back.
My question was,
And
Right.
if I hadn't received notice or you've never received any, the first time y'all, and I will tell you right now, the first time you guys had contact with me was last year, and you had a phone conversation through multiple of agents through that entity you're representing. Then it will show that I had contacted multiple agencies and agents in that entity.
And I can't speak to you contacting other agencies. What I can say is my legal assistant, Rachel, she did provide me with emails.
That she sent to me.
She sent me.
That was the
emails
first time I got
where
an email from you guys ever.
okay, and my
Well,
question
we
is,
don't make a practice of emailing people
Or a letter.
because legally under Arkansas state law and even under federal law, when we were talking about civil procedure earlier, we are required by law to mail you a letter because that is considered the official form of
Formal notice.
communication in the state. That is formal notice, correct. Very good. So when I'm looking at this, I have an address in front of me that shows that we mailed you something. Were you ever living in Mineral Point, Missouri?
I stayed there for about a week, and my Uncle Bob had passed away, and I wasn't even there a whole week. It was just
Okay.
something I had to do to get my ID and move on down the road.
So when you obtain an ID and you put your address as
Well, I needed an address to obtain that ID. You know what I mean?
Correct. So that address operates as the formal means of
Of-
contact
mhm.
for someone. And unless you update that
Which-
address, or unless you update that ID, it doesn't get updated in any system. So if you, let's say, are living in Denver right now, but next week you decide to move to, I don't know, Bentonville, Arkansas. If
Right.
you move to Bentonville, you
I would have to
should
update that in the
your
system.
driver's license.
hmm
Because without making that update, it doesn't change in any of the government systems.
Right.
So when my legal assistant goes to look for your information, it's still going to say.
But what about
Point
when I made my address changes to the United States Postal Service?
But I have a question. My
Okay.
question is
That doesn't change your driver's license. Your driver's license is the official means of contact for you. That's why anytime you get pulled over and they ask for your license and registration, they
What if
want
I-
to see all that information. And they're not going to have access to the U.S. Postal Service because they are a state actor. They're not a federal actor. So those addresses are separate.
Two different systems.
Can I ask my question?
Correct.
So
Very good.
my question is how is he getting charged by Arkansas? Okay, the state of Arkansas, basically.
Supposedly
RDOT.
state property
That-
damage on a state
It
property.
wasn't a state sign; it was a personal sign.
A private.
I can't speak to that. I don't have any information.
Now,
on
if I
that.
could give you the evidence of that,
Well, what I can do is I can look into the crash report that I've received, and it was from 2014. So if you'll give me just
Yeah,
one
State Wood
brief
Polson.
second here.
Yeah, State Wood
to take a
Polson.
quick look. Because I can't speak to that.
because let
But
me.
all I know is if you damage.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think what the scenario that occurred. I'll tell you my portion of it. I was driving down the road. I went to make a turn. It was snowing that day, and the ice was on the ground. And accidents occurs. You know what I mean? My car went and turned. My tires locked up. I slid right over. I swear to God, it's $120 pole that you buy at a farm service that held this sign up that was bought by James Ranch, the corporation that does community whatever events for the community and gets
You pay good
contract
money,
for it. But
If it's a community center.
No, it's not a
it's,
community center.
it's not a community center. It's a
personally
personally owned ranch
ranch that
where
does like
private
parties and stuff.
gatherings.
Weddings.
What I am looking at in front of me, just let me describe what I'm looking at, because this is something I can absolutely mail you. That's not a problem. It's
And
the repair report from 2014, what our state entity paid to repair a sign. And it shows me that a sign crew was sent out and how much it cost per hour, the exact thing that was repaired, and it shows that
I noticed they added 2 poles instead of putting one back on there.
well, I can't speak to that. I have no knowledge as to what this sign was or the building of the sign. But what I can say is I do have where we as the state paid to repair a sign that
No.
was attached to.
Whoa, now that's a bigger question.
So why is the state paying for somebody else's personal sign?
Right.
I do not have listed that it is a personal sign. I have listed that it is state-owned property.
I'm gonna go get a picture of this sign and go talk to the owner of James Ranch, and I'm gonna get proof that this sign does not belong to the state.
That's private.
Before we
Even take money
why don't we
again.
do this?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
don't
we
we do
will.
this? Why don't I mail you the documentation that I have?
And can you email that too?
I already got the email of that document. She's looking
I want
at.
the whole list.
I have it.
I'm sure that you have an email of this because I pulled it from the email that she sent you.
Yes.
It looks like the email is
johnnyborissaw@gmail.com.
Is
Yep.
that
Do you
correct?
still have it?
Yes, I was just looking at the email a while ago.
Okay.
So what I can do is just to make sure that everyone is put at ease, I will go ahead and resend that via email, and I will also print it out and mail it to you at
Thank
the
you.
address that you have requested. I will work to get that out. We have a big storm coming in the next couple of days, so even if I put it in the mail tomorrow, it might take a little bit longer because of the weather, so just be prepared for that. So I will send it via email so you have it.
And we'll go talk to
hold on.
James Ranch.
And you're welcome to do that again. It's been 12 years. So
Yes, it has been
I
12
just
years.
want to know if it's their personal own sign or if the state's paying for them a sign for their personal business.
Yeah, why would you,
Okay,
why would a
that's-
state entity be acting according
That
to
would be
someone's
fraud on the
private?
state.
Yes, that would be
Again,
fraud on the
that is
state.
something that you guys are more than welcome to handle.
That means
I
you're
am
taking
only
that out of our
responsible
tax
for
money.
making sure state property that is damaged is paid for. It is the remaining balance is $80.
Yeah, but that's not the point. It's the point is I was never notified. The notifications that y'all did send, I had never received. If I had gotten it, I would have responded in timely manner.
We would have had it paid off a long time.
And I would have, if I would have been felt like, I did damage property, I would want to reimburse that damage I caused, because I'm not a shiesty person, nor am I a backdoor type of person. I always.
Nobody has made that accusation.
I don't
No
want
one
to-
has
Taking my-
said any of those things.
I feel that way when someone takes my taxes without notifying me. You know what I mean?
I don't want to be paying
Well,
somebody.
again, we are going to have to agree to disagree on that
Okay.
point, as I do have documentation that shows that we contacted you at the address of your driver's license.
Attempted
So what I
contact.
will do, just to make sure that we're all on the same page, I will get that stuff sent out. I'll get the email sent out before I leave today. I will see if I can get my legal assistant to put this in the mail first thing tomorrow morning. And if you are wanting to do some on-the-ground investigating on your own, that is completely up to you. That is not something that...
Now, is there a form I can file? Is there a form I can file to stay this process, or is my money being taken until after some conclusion on whether the sign actually belongs to the state? And I do owe you guys.
Something
No.
that you would have had to do
You just
initially.
let-
We
go
have
ahead,
what's
pay it.
called a hearing process.
Okay, yeah.
So when we send out the letters for tax intercept, because we do,
Mhm.
we
I
send
got
out
it.
multiple letters. And let me just get through the process so that way we're both under the same understanding.
Where's that letter at?
When we receive an accident report, the first thing that my legal assistant does is she looks to see, who is this person, who do I need to contact, and if there's no car insurance company listed, she sends out a letter at the address listed on the
last known address on the ID.
I did have full coverage
Okay,
insurance.
so 3 letters go out.
I did have full
The first
coverage
letter
insurance.
goes out, 30 days later, a second letter goes out, 30 days later, a third letter goes out. And that third letter says, you are now entered into the tax intercept process. If we don't receive a response from you, we will go through the tax intercept process, and you get
Man.
multiple letters after that state, you're going to go through the tax
Just
intercept
sounds-
process. If you would like to request a hearing, here's the process to
And
do
you
that.
requested
Now,
that.
if
I
in the
just requested
instance that you don't have the address updated, there's not another way for us to contact you.
I
All
understand
that
that.
information goes to the other. So in a court of law, I will just be very frank, in a court of law, and even if you bring this to the Claims Commission, if we are able to prove, which we are, that we attempted to contact you multiple times over multiple years, you have essentially forfeited your opportunity to have a hearing. So, I mean, you're welcome.
So I'm
to-
automatically forced into an obligated contract?
See here, the thing is,
Well,
is
you can go to the Claims Commission and you can say, my money was taken from me that shouldn't have been taken from me. I am trying to follow the correct process. Here's the information I have.
Right.
But again, they're going to ask us as the state did we make a good faith effort to contact you? And we do have documentation
On your
documentation.
end.
Okay, well, I'm not questioning the documentation. Is if it's proved that it's a personally owned business and it's a personally owned business sign, it don't belong to the state, then that means that was fraud on the state by RDOT, correct?
So that is something I will have to take to my supervisor.
So who would I
can't answer that
complain
question.
to? Because that would be coming, if the state gets sued, that means the state takes it out of our taxes.
Yeah, the
Regardless,
taxpayers.
like if we're paying groceries, we're buying gas, taxes, period. So that means how is that fair?
That is a question that I need to bring to my supervisor. I honestly don't have an answer. To me, everything on paper appears that in 2014, this was a sign owned by the state.
Well, if you look up James Ranch,
If you want to go talk to them, if you have photos of the sign that was damaged at the time,
Yep.
in the location at the time, because this all hinges on the accident that took place on November 17, 2014. So if you can talk to someone who has definitive proof from November 17, 2014, then that is something that you absolutely should take to the Claims Commission and say, it looks like there was a mistake here. The state repaired it belonged to a personal entity, not to the state.
Yeah, why is our state workers
Yeah,
going to put up personal signs and then the state's getting charged for it? When, I mean, if it was my sign and I put it up out here and I said, here, turn towards Elizabeth's house here,
Or slow children to play it. It's my sign.
that would not be.
If it is something like that, you absolutely should take it to the Claims Commission. But again, I am lowest attorney on the totem pole here, so the only thing that I can say is I can take this to my supervisor and ask and see what the chief counsel would like to say in regards to this. But until that time, until you have definitive proof that in 2014,
I'll email it to you.
Yeah, and until that time, you're more than welcome to do that on the ground investigative work. I'm still required to seek repayment of the last $80 of this account.
Yeah, and
But I can check with my supervisor while you choose to do that.
So I
understand.
gotta put in a claim to the Claims Commission about holding this situation.
If you find out, so just to make sure that this is very clear, if you find out that in November 2014 that sign was owned by a personal entity and was not located on state property, so it should not have been repaired by a state entity, and you believe we wrongfully took money from your paycheck through garnishment or through tax intercept, sure, you should absolutely take that to the Claims Commission.
Yeah, I have a question.
However,
Okay, so if I take and go and buy Children at Play Slow,
We already
and I put this on my road, on my road, does that make that state property then?
I cannot answer that hypothetical because
Yeah, hypothetical.
things.
That was a hypothetical,
Because
man.
no, she just said that if it wasn't on state property, the side of the road.
Own sign on personal property, it is a sign of state property. If it is state-owned property and it is a sign that is on that, I would have to check with my supervisor to see where that falls.
But the side of the road would be public property.
State property, too.
If you speak with that entity, if you make the choice to go speak with that entity, and they can provide you with definitive proof that that was their property, their sign, it was not maintained by the state, then sure, absolutely.
But they're the ones that put it up.
If it is personal property or business property,
Now-
it is their personal sign or property or business property, and it has nothing to do with the state, then yes, it should not have been maintained by the state. But if it is state property, or if it is a
So-
sign owned by the state, or if it is maintained by the state for some other reason, then that is considered state property, and it needs to be paid for like state property.
Yes,
Right,
and I
right, right.
understand that, but do I have to pay for an upgrade because it went from one single post to two posts? Why was there an upgrade to the sign?
Yeah, why was
Again,
there?
I
The
cannot
sign
answer that
itself wasn't
question. I would
damaged.
need to look into that further. But what I would say is let me get the documentation sent to you, both via email and in the mail. If you would like to go and speak to any entity that you wish, you're more than welcome to do that. I will speak to Chief Counsel and see what I can find out about some other things that we've discussed.
And what is the firm you work for, ma'am?
I'm sorry?
What's the firm you work for?
I work for the Arkansas Department of Transportation. I'm on-site counsel. I do not work for anyone other than the state.
So you're a lawyer, but what firm are you associated with?
So the state doesn't hire outside firms for its attorneys. We all work directly for the state. So in the building right now, there are 11 attorneys that work dedicated solely to the work of the Arkansas Department of Transportation. Each state entity also has their own attorneys. The Department of Finance and Administration, they have their own attorneys. The Department of Education, they have their own. So we all work for the state directly in state buildings. We do not work for outside firms. We all work directly for the state.
But isn't there a law that states that a company, a private corporation or company cannot practice law?
I don't understand what you're asking, because I'm an attorney that works for the state and I am complying with the law. Therefore, I'm not.
But you're practicing law for a company.
I'm
No,
not
for the
practicing law
state.
for a company. I am practicing law
For the state.
as a state actor.
So the Department of Transportation is incorporated through the state that is got its it's a corporation through the Secretary of State.
I am not a business law professor. I'm not a business organizations professor. I'm not a constitutional law professor. What I can tell you as someone who has a law degree and has taken the bar exam in 2 different states, I can say that there is no such thing as a state being incorporated. If you want to start a business, you would incorporate that business if you choose to go through the incorporated route.
Is it nonprofit or profitable? Yep.
The state is not a corporation. The state is a sovereign entity, which is completely separate from.
But if I looked up this entity's Dudson Bradstreet entity number, it shows to be incorporated, whether it be nonprofit or a profit.
Listen, I cannot answer that question for you. I am lowest man on the totem pole in the Arkansas Department of Transportation.
So
With
who?
that said, it looks like I'm so sorry. I have another meeting that is just about to start in a couple of minutes, and I
Normal.
want to make sure that we all end this call on the same page.
Well, I'm still confused. So no, if you're asking me if I understand the scenarios involved in the whole concept, no, I don't. I'm still confused. I'm still a little irate and agitated about it, but I'm gonna hold my composure because, like I said, I'm recording,
I'll get that
and
information.
I'm gonna go ahead and do my own groundwork. But I
You're
will.
more than welcome to do that, and I will get you the information that I have as quickly as possible. Okay?
So who is there's somebody that I was needing to talk to that's in that same department. I need the executor. How do I contact?
Her name is Rachel Wilson. She actually is my legal assistant. So she passed your number off to me, and she wanted to make sure that you were able to speak with an attorney who is working on the case. She's worked for RDOT for quite some time. However, she doesn't have a law degree, and so she wanted to make sure that I was able to answer your questions on the legal front.
I still haven't got my
your satisfaction to like a higher level of legal understanding.
right. Coming to a meeting of the minds. But see, like I said earlier, is okay. You said I got notified under your records, but as I said, under my right to be heard here, in my defense, I was never contacted. If I were contacted, like I said, when I were contacted by my H&R Block agent to tell me why my taxes didn't come in from state, was because an entity called RDOT had put in a garnishment against them, which y'all said it's not a garnishment, which that really confused me, which that's how I'm still not understanding things here, is when I asked about this garnishment, Miss Rachel or whoever that I got the emails from told me, well, it's not a garnishment, it's an interception. Now, I went to look at a law about interceptions. Now there is a difference. There is a very big difference in Arkansas.
Correct. Yes.
Yes.
There's a difference. But so from here, it sounds like you guys are going to look into some things on your own. I'm going to send you the documentation that I have on file, and I will check with my chief counsel and see what information, if any, that we have on the sign that was damaged on November 17, 2014. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd like it to be put into the record. And like I said, I'm on recorded live.
This is not a recorded line, so you
This
can
this
say
is
whatever you want it to
this
be.
is
That's
this is
fine,
being
you have it,
recorded.
But if you would like to attempt to pursue a lawsuit so that way it can be on some kind of public record, you're welcome.
Well, I'm not fully to the
Okay, so the state,
conclusion that this is what the lawsuit is a necessary option here. I'm saying is I want it to be on the record that I didn't even have to inform you in Arkansas. Yeah. No, I'm letting you know. You're gonna answer my question, ma'am? That your department and entity that you work for are now under the understanding that I am saying, per the record, I never got informed, and that the sign that I am paying for, that you're taking out of my wages, or not my wages, my taxes, out of my state taxes, that ain't even a state property sign.
so would I go?
I cannot confirm or deny that because I do not have the evidence that supports.
But you are aware that I believe that my personal opinion is it's not.
It is my understanding that you believe that it is not a state-owned.
Under my own
sign.
opinion.
It is your own opinion.
Yes.
I cannot confirm or deny any of that,
And
but I will work on this and I will get the information to you.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. I have this meeting, but
I understand.
any other
Yes, ma'am.
questions,
Thank you.
You will have my email address in a little bit today, okay?
Yep, I appreciate it. You have a great day.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I don't know why.
Now, my address has been changed multiple times. See, this is
Hold
the
on.
lyrical fucking whirlpool of words
She
that they
said-
throw around
Baby.
at people. And when you start asking them serious questions, you see how they stumble over their words. They get confused. They really get confused. And she's got 2 bars
I hate these
in 2
fucking
different
flies.
states. I never once went and took my original bar. I took a pre-bar exam online just to see if I was even intelligent on the intellectual process, thinking process, if I could even comprehend law. And I've been studying it for 12 years and think that what I'm saying is how I see it, and how I'm reading it is how I projected it when I use it in my defenses. And I'm not looking like a retard in front of a whole bunch of actual suit and tie motherfucker. And don't get me twisted. This, what you see right now and how I'm living in a car, hey, bro, I suit and tie when I go to court. If I'm going to get up there and try to talk and defend myself, I want to look like I know what I'm talking about.
Fucking Pico can take the fucking flies back.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not dumb by far.
Sick of flies.
Need to work on my linguistics and get your words right. I don't speak in spells. I'm sorry. And, you know. Oh, is that the same guy I was talking to? No, she got confused when I was asking. You're a dingus. You're a dingus, man. Straight dingus. You're what I would consider podunk. There's a word for you. Let's throw that in there, podunk. You ain't, and if you want to argue with me and try to say, "Oh, I ain't podunk, I ain't stupid," bro, you ain't showed me that you're not. These comments
She
you
goes, "You're
keep
very-"
posting.
She goes, "You're very, very knowledge."
She knows I'm not.
I
And,
don't know-
if you
I don't
think
know
that
why
I'm
you haven't
stupid
taken
or I'm,
that
I'm
for-
throwing your words and twisting shit up or making up shit or just rambling and I'm high on meth, motherfucker, let me tell you something, dude. The fact
Quit doing
that
that.
I looked up law for 12 years and studied it because the state court for truancy. Now, under Arkansas law, if you look it up, for truancy, the parent must be given a goddamn hearing with the Board of Education first to address the situation. My wife's kids were taken for truancy.
From the school sending them home.
For the school sending them home for
After they already
headlights.
passed.
And they already passed early in the morning, all three of my girls. And then about 12:30, 1 o'clock, they'd send one, the youngest,
I
Abigail,
wanna have-
child home
never
with
told
headlights. And then I left one day after the third or fourth time going up there picking up my baby girl, my wife's youngest daughter. I consider my baby girl. For headlights, when she just passed early that morning, I felt that the problem didn't lie in my home. The
It lied-
problem lied within the school.
Because
So I looked at the principal and I said, "That's all right. You keep playing with folks, dude. You keep on playing. But when I call OSHA and have them investigate your louse problem, then maybe you might get your shit straight and stop sending kids home for some bullshit. Or maybe you might stop targeting families because you have some kind of agenda against them. I don't know what your problem is, but I'll call OSHA." Now, I called the board and tried to make a complaint. But, like, trying to do anything around here, you get hung up on.
or they won't give you your documents.
Or you get told, well, you need to go talk to this person. You got a letter for this, or this.
Or go to the courthouse, try to get your paperwork, and they tell you, "Oh, you can't have that because it's a closed, locked case because there's juveniles in it." The juveniles were mine. The
You
case
mean
was
the
started
kids
on me.
live at home in a cardboard? No, motherfucker, they took our kids, dude. And you sit here trying to make me little us. I don't live in a cardboard box, bro. I live in a makeshift shed, because that's all I can afford. Because I just started working at Pico like a month, maybe 2 months ago. I had to buy parts for my truck so I could make sure I get back and forth to
It
work.
don't fucking matter where I live. It's none of their goddamn
It,
business.
it ain't none of their business, but you keep downgrading me for what I have. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth.
All his family's gone.
My dad died.
Mom's dead.
My mom died when 7 months before my only daughter, Allie Cheyenne, was born.
So go ahead.
Well, so I got a roof over my wife and my head. It's all I could afford when Randolph County Sheriff's Department made sure that I couldn't obtain any kind of housing in Randolph County on the grounds that I stand up for other people and their rights and try to tell the police how to do their job, since apparently they're too podunk or too stupid to fucking do the fucking job that they're oath to do. It's their number one contract to all contracts. That's what I'm trying to explain to the lady I was on the phone with in RDOT. How do you have a corporation and you have a private fucking law firm or private lawyers working in your firm, in your that makes, I understand there's a legal department, right? But normally that legal department is a private firm that takes it. Am I wrong? Right, but see, I didn't get into how to foyer and how to, because at the time they had me distracted with, I spent 10 years of my life looking up Arkansas's fin cases laws the statutes for fins, the statutes for family law, juvenile courts. I was distracted. And I lost our children. Now, I'm only one person. I didn't have a whole squad of lawyers working behind us.
And all I did was sit in the corner and cried.
And my wife, she gave up. She fucking gave up on her kids and me.
Yeah, because they paid him $10,000 to get my mom.
That's not the point. Like, you don't need money to understand the law and to use it in your defense.
Well, I understand that, but
It's just you got scared.
our friend Tasha won her fucking
Yeah,
appeal.
Tasha Green, but Tasha Green's podunk. She don't care either. And she was a junkie.
Well, it don't matter.
She wanted to party because she wasn't grown up yet. She didn't care about her kids, and if she did, I'm sorry that I said what I said. But for someone who wants to run around and do what they're doing, that's why I asked our other friend, Carly Winspear, when she goes,
my friend.
she wanted, well, ex-friend, when she wanted me to help her with her kids' case and fight her them adopted her baby out like she should. She felt like, and I looked at her one eye. I said, I wouldn't mind helping you, but I have one question. I said, do you really want your kids back? Or do you think it is the best option in your life right now? She got hatred in her eyes at me because she thought I was saying she was a bad mom. And that wasn't even the point. I wasn't even saying she was a bad mom. I was saying, do you think it's better for them to be with you if you ain't going to get your shit together than be where they're at right now? Or are you going to get your shit together and fight your case and be the mom that you need to be to them kids? And her non-answering, like I was saying earlier, like Dude said earlier, your silence was admittance to guilt. I'm not dumb, bro. I might be all sunk in because I have a tapeworm or something. I'm pretty fucking sure of it. I don't want to go to the doctors because I don't trust the doctors. I work from 4:45 to fucking 3 o'clock in the morning at Pico, and I got a buddy. He must look like a tweaker too. Old cowboy over there can vouch that I work at Pico, and I don't do meth. Do I, buddy?
I'm in here all the time.
You see me smoking meth, bro?
No.
Have you ever seen me do meth?
I'm bored out of my mind.
Have I ever looked high to you?
No.
Do I smoke a lot of marijuana? A lot of wanna. Because I'm marijuana. That's why. I'm a goofball, dude. Do you actually hear yourself, man, up and do something about it only? Yes, I'm the change that I want to see. I need to be the change I want to see. But I'm only one voice, bro. When I wanted my wife's help and needed my wife's help and needed the help of my family and friends that were around me, I had nobody. You see? And I didn't have a platform to speak my fucking feelings because I didn't like to be on the internet all the time. I didn't like to exert my personal life to the world. You know what I mean?
I'm getting shed fucking, what is it called?
And then I got people on here like you up here saying that I'm a dumbass because I haven't made no steps towards. Look, you come down here, do me a favor. If you think you can do it better than me, bro, go to Lawrence County and tell them that you're my wife's legal defense and ask, and I'll give you a permission. I'll have her file an affidavit or sign an affidavit. Say that you have permission to pick up these records and you get the records on her kids' case. Don't do it. Because we have. Don't think that, like, I've made the phone calls. People's wife. I showed y'all.
In my name.
I've showed y'all. I call these folks. I call each number. I'm not just sitting up here talking bad shit and saying what I'm doing without proving what I'm doing and saying that I did it when I really didn't.
What time is it?
2:42.
2:42.
You don't have to be a lawyer or an attorney to be one's advocate or be one's power of attorney, bro. I'm my wife's power of attorney. Yes, it had to be recorded for it to be recognized. But the right to assist is everyone's constitutional right. It's period. The right to counsel is everybody's right, period. It doesn't say the right to a lawyer, a right to a fucking attorney. It says the right to counsel. Come on, man. You want to make me get on here and make me look like a dumbass and say all these bad things on me and make me look like I'm just some lazy shit bum. Bro, I'm far from it, bro. I'm very crazy. I'm gray haired.
You're my type of crazy.
You know, but I appreciate you taking the time out of your life to actually be interested in my nonsense and try to counsel me through it here. Because what you're doing is you're counseling one, acting therefore a therapist, trying to get one to open up and talk to you and try to point them in the better direction if that's what you're doing. Or option B, you're trolling. Either way, you're there, and I acknowledge you.
One, two.
Apparently, whatever I bring ain't enough. Apparently not. But, you know, like I said, I give it 100% when I do anything, dude. I give it what I could give. If I could go above and beyond what I can give, I'd try. I don't believe that, you know, I'm omnipotent to the point of excelling over exceeding greatness, you know. What did you say? It hurts. I'm not hurt, bro. I'm mad that I just brought my fucking cigarette, though. What are you talking about, bro? What you're saying ain't truth.
You gotta get ready for work.
Ain't truth at all. It ain't truth. You ain't saying nothing that is relevant to the scenario that's going on. What have you said relevant, bro? Oh, you're confusing her because of what how you're talking. Oh, there's that. You're being redundant, my dude. I'm actually not a bad guy and don't mind helping people online when I can. I just gave a couple $100. Yes, I don't want money, bro. That you I don't worship devils.
That's you're trying to be Christian, but you're not a fucking Christian. That's for damn sure. Because
Well, whether or not he's a Christian, hey,
you
that's on him.
wouldn't be putting judgment on nobody.
Yeah.
Not belittle.
I'm not a Christian, and if I go to hell for it, whatever. I'm not a Christian, and I'm not on here to talk about religious-based things. I'm not in here. I'm in here trying to make a record of how these folks keep giving me the runaround on taking money. I never was notified. She admitted that, yes, there's due process of law. I've said it. You know, all that necessary talk is irrelevant, dude. I'm just upset that, you know, if you're going to take my money, at least, hold me at gunpoint. You know what I mean? Don't go in my back pocket and slide it out my wallet when I ain't looking. Go, hey, motherfucker, give me your shit. I'm going to fight you probably. I'm not just going to, you know what I mean? It's going to throw me off focus because I didn't expect a motherfucker to come up on me on a gun wanting my money. But it can happen. I ain't saying it won't never happen because it does happen all the time. I'm a realist, my friend. A real realist. And I just, you know. What's my discussion? I'm
just venting.
Like I said, I'm up here making a record, bro. Maybe this might be for my 18-year-old little girl, Allie Cheyenne Richardson Bursall. Actually, not Richardson, but before they took my rights, they changed her name. There must be a legal way they could do that too, huh? They legally did that? That was legal what they did? No.
Yeah, because in the state of Illinois, you have to have a DNA test before they can take a father's rights.
To strip one of one's rights, you have to have a DNA test proving that they are the actual paternity parents. But you might have a different opinion. Opinion don't override fact. Just like I told that lady, until I get the fact that the sign that I ran over doesn't belong to the state that they're taking it, the extortion. But I wasn't having a discussion with nobody. Y'all got on here trolling me. And I hate saying that word because you don't look like little big guys with jewels on your tummies. Because, like you said, I'll never see you or your family, which I never wanted to. I don't care. I'm up here fucking keeping record. Like I said, it might be for my 18-year-old little girl. Maybe she wanted to know what the fuck her daddy was, what was really going on through his head and how he had to survive. You know? I'm not up here for fame. I don't want the fucking money. It'd be nice to have a little extra spending dollars in my pocket so I can go out to fucking goddamn Buffalo Wild Wings and stuff my face with the 30 fucking count of fucking goddamn blazing hot wings. But, hey, I'm chill with a fucking sandwich, bro, from Sonic.
I think those are better anyway.
Sonic's owned by the same people that own Buffalo Wild Wings anyway.
You know, I cut the wings for Buffalo Wild Wings.
So I throw the fucking, I rehang the goddamn chickens, bro.
The whole birds.
Yeah, the whole chickens.
No, but I cut the wing off. And
Them motherfuckers are baby turkeys, dog. Little pterodactyls.
I pull. Billy pulls the tenders for me.
But I say, whoever you are, even if you are trolling, bro, you took time out of your life to,
Be a dick.
or just to be noticed. You haven't intrigued me with anything you've said, because everything you've said so far has to try to belittle me. So, do you work for Kevin Bell too? It's a conspiracy, I guess. Like Joe Ryder said in the courtroom that day, charged me with fucking possession and intent to distribute methamphetamine and simultaneous possession with firearms. Bitch, I never had possession of methamphetamines, ever. Have you ever put me and meth in the same pocket? Motherfuckers. Ever. Prove it. Show me evidence. Show me pictures where you... Show me a recording where you pulled dope out of my motherfucking pocket, Kevin Bell. You don't. You won't. You don't have it. You won't have it. You guys... these folks... Hey, you said a First Amendment... audit would happen and then a lawsuit. You know what I mean? Go talk to Random Patriot, because he's very well known, and ask him how well his audits go with his buddy named Luke Peppers, okay? And you ask Luke Peppers, out of Arkansas Corruption Channel, how well audits go in Randolph County, Arkansas. You wind up in shiny silver handcuffs and bracelets hauled off to the backside of their courthouse, aka jail, aka sheriff's department, because one was looking through a window with a recorder while court was going on, but wasn't in the room of the courtroom going proceedings, nor was he even talking or interrupting the proceeding, just standing outside the door through a window recording the interaction, and he got arrested and held on contempt of court for 30 days for doing nothing. Asking for FOIA request, paperwork. This Dr. Pepper present. So, I am guilty. Hella guilty. You got me paid. Well, how about we let God be the judge of that?
Amen.
Where's that thing at, right? That one you brought home last night.
Huh?
No, when you brought home last night.
For the Bible? My granny's Bible's right here.
On God. Let him be the judge of that. What year was this made? This was made in
70s.
it's lame.
1971.
You know why it's lame? Because King James revised it.
It's not lame. It's a Bible.
It's King James version. It's lame. That's a King James, ain't it?
Granny's, I don't know.
Do research. King James, before he revised the Bible, he also wrote, edited, and published a book called Demonology.
1949.
1949. Go to the first Revelation or first Genesis and tell me what it says in the first.
It's very fragile. I gotta go get it.
This one's a nice one.
I gotta go get it. Redone. The cover. The store in Pocahontas does it.
The Old Testament. Ooh, you're not hurt. The whole falling apart.
Yeah, that's why I said be careful.
I'm trying to be careful. Right here, it says.
Here, Sean.
Uncle Dealing tore that motherfucker up last night.
Did he?
And then he tore that roadshow this morning with a pipe.
Which one was it? Oh, right here. The last one on this page. It says that God said, "Let us make." What?
Us.
What did he say? Us. Ain't us a plural word?
Yes.
Us.
Our age.
Man, let's make that. Hold on. Let's say. And God said, "Let us make man in our image. Suffer our likeness." What? Suffer our likeness. That's totally different. Suffer.
Yeah.
Boy, you almost went up in flames grabbing that bottle. Did I? Look, I know who my God is. I did some shady fucking shit back when I was young.
Is that same one?
Yeah, that same one. Very interested.
Very
He's
interesting.
intrigued in me for some reason. Wanting to troll me.
No, wants to do butt stuff.
I don't know.
He says
I'm actually a pretty
he
nice
says he's
guy.
an actual nice guy, but then he fucking says that you're gonna almost burn up by grabbing that Bible.
And I bet he's a Christian. He believes in Christian faith, and
He's not.
he might be an Israelite too.
No. Christians won't tell you that you'll burn up. In
Not a
hell.
true Christian.
Won't tell you you'll burn up in hell. They try to avoid
Lucifer,
saying-
not Lucifer, Lutherans will tell you that if your baby wasn't baptized, they're going to
No,
hell.
yeah, that's exactly
They
what.
die before they're baptized. They're going to hell.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard no religion like that in my life. Until my wife told me Lutherans act that way.
You don't have to be baptized.
I don't believe they talk about
Well, no,
religion.
they
I don't
believe-
believe. But I'm just saying,
Lutherans believe that
we're all godly if we want to be.
immediately.
We could all be
I
godly
believe
people.
You should get baptized, but after the
But,
fact that
you know,
understand
it's a
God,
choice.
because being baptized is showing you.
And like dude said,
Get
apparently
into the
I
water and
haven't
then you come
elevated
out
to
as
my
a new
best
person,
potential
as
yet,
a
but
new
I'll get
skin.
there.
But you also to
Because
understand.
look, there is
from right from wrong,
because I talking this shit on
and
YouTube
the meaning from judging somebody
and trying to find out and do my own research. Don't mean that I ain't got the other
At
entities.
an older age. I agree
Like
with
lady
that.
kept saying
But
entities.
Lutherans believe
Don't think that I ain't got other entities
the
doing
baby died during
background
childbirth.
work for me.
That automatically
See,
go.
Whether
Hell.
over on here is trolling me. Oh, what's his name? What's it
How
say?
is the baby sinful? Because the baby puts the mother through pain.
But it also says that children don't have that enough conscious.
But don't you? But God did sins.
Dead and gone?
Everybody's
This person
We're
dead
not
and gone?
sinful. Everybody's sinful.
I kind
Pull the
of
Discovery.
like how John Paul said.
I
I
knew
believe
it.
that God and
Is-
the devil were the
are
same,
the same person.
but
You're absolutely right.
God just shot the sin out of him and put it into a different place.
No, I think
Neither,
not.
bro. I smoke weed. I was diagnosed with ADHD,
Bipolar schizophrenic.
bipolar schizophrenic, split personality disorder,
100% don't add a fucking filter for the life of him.
and I just
But
I don't
it's-
try to put on a front for folks. I don't try to be somebody I'm not. Some of the things I talk about sound sci-fi and out of this world, and I might not make sense, but
at all.
I don't even
No,
know half the
sometimes.
time the reasons why I do or say half the shit I say and do anyways.
But you
But
don't
it
know
ain't
who
meant
you're
for me
talking to
anyways.
at that one point. Because you have multiple. No, for a fact. There's multiple fucking different personalities there. I lived with them. I've lived with
But
them.
like I
for-
said, whether you're trolling or not,
I can tell.
I appreciate
Yeah, there's
you're-
different ones.
interest
There's ones that talk.
for at least
There's
listening.
ones that just fucking sit there and will go in and zone into his phone or the TV or one project. And then there's one that will
And I
fucking
might
sit up
just be
and
making
run around
documentary,
like his head
fucking
head cut off.
making documents. So maybe my daughter might want to look me up because I do love my kid. I do believe I would have been a great
Yeah,
father.
His hair pokes up.
Yeah, the devil. The devil. You
I
see.
believe I would have been a great father.
What?
And
Say
once
that again, Sean.
Where the hair pokes
my
up.
credit gets built back
Baby.
up, I won't be living in no cardboard box or the shed that I live in.
But I love living in my little shed with you, and it's not nobody else's fucking business. I live on fucking riverbank with you or in a trunk. I've been there, done that. Don't give a fuck.
I have a camper, but per the
Guard guidance.
what are they called? No, they're not guidelines. They're fucking ordinances of Imboden, Arkansas City.
You're not allowed to live.
You're not allowed to live in a camper slash
Hey, one weekend,
recreational
me and Nate
mobile-
come up
mobile
here, we
home
clean it.
for more
Yeah,
than
the stuff
15
organized
days.
in it.
How a motherfucker can tell you how to do or what you could do in your own land that you're
Have you seen
property owner of
Yeah.
is ridiculous. And no, this ain't our property. That's therefore why we live in a shed. It's her aunt and uncle's property that they own and allowed
But they
us
were
to live
kinda-
here. But when we were living in the camper, it was a no-go for the city, so they evicted us
out of the camper?
well, the owner of the house and property didn't. The city pretty much told us we couldn't stay in it no more. So we vacated the fucking camper, and I paid for a shed. I bought a shed. Well, how much am I paying? $5,000 altogether. Got like another $700-800 left, and buying a shed and staying in it. I use their bathroom, their shower, their stove. I'm not bothering them. I'm not trying to evade their privacy. I'm not trying for them to feel like I'm overstepping my boundaries. So I stay in my shed and I sleep till I need some breakfast, because you gotta have the breakfast first and then the lunch.
And then the dinner.
Sometimes you don't even get breakfast, lunch, nor dinner. Just
Tell
depends
me
on how
something
much you
else.
sleep and how much you fucking work.
Oh, it's 1:23 tonight.
What time is that?
Fuck!
One.
Like
1:30.
2 o'clock almost? Damn it.
Good time.
I'm fucking tired of these birds. So if there's any lawyers watching me, I know my shit for real. And if you need an apprentice,
It's not got
Call
60
me.
pound fucking chickens.
yeah, as long as you ain't dealing in fucking chicken fucking contracts, we're good. But
I can't complain.
it's sativa, so I would assume it was an upper, since you're asking.
And his
I don't care if
psychiatrist.
you're black, I don't care if you're white.
Yellow.
Them drugs. Better call Paul. I don't know who Paul is. Them drugs. Bro, I told you, I have a tapeworm or something. They say it's fucking goddamn
You should have seen his mama.
hyperactivity or fucking fast metabolism. Look, I eat a lot. and I don't gain no weight. I stay 141 pounds year round, constantly. That's how much I weigh. Like,
Quint's the same way as you though. Quint's never touched the stuff in his life either, right? Or anything. And he looks like he's been doing it for
Callie?
years.
hell yeah, thanks, Callie. Appreciate the,
Look, they took my niece away from my brother because they said that she was being
You?
malnourished.
good
It
clone.
wasn't that. It's just she was got very.
That's probably why I don't have no
She was
money
always
to
behind
pay
me.
these lawyers to do the,
And it's
the
just okay. So
the
her wrist,
footwork
instead of it
for
being
me.
like a normal size wrist, it's like
Giorgio
3/4
Armani.
of the normal size.
What?
And
the ribs.
Bella,
which made no
get your
damn
ass
sense
off.
is because why would you take one child and not the other child? They left the little boy in the house. If they were
Yeah, they
neglecting
take
one,
it.
they'd be neglecting the other, correct? Or it wouldn't be.
White rice and beans. Cheese from Cali, though. Does it kill fucking tapeworms?
Baby, your mama was skinny. Your sister is fucking hella skinny.
That one said. You wanna know what else is funny? You know how they circumcised the little boys in Arkansas? I found this out when I lived down here. They kicked the little sisters in the chin.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was Alabama.
I miss my home state.
Oh yeah, Uncle D. I
St.
don't know
Louis. Shout out to St. Louis.
but
I
He
miss my
said-
folks.
He said Ronald's husband got his
Alita?
sister pregnant or something.
R.I.P. Todd
At one
Lucas.
point, when they were younger, I was like, huh?
Oh, Richard Lucas.
Uncle Dion, as far as I'm
Jeffrey
concerned,
Tuber.
his sister pregnant when they were like
Uh,
older, like 16,
Darlene
18.
Johnson, I guess. That's her new name.
Really?
That's what Uncle Dion said.
What?
I see it.
That's what, dude. Because
Someone got a tumor?
No, what brought it up is because I was like, man, he was talking to me whenever they were over here, and it just made me want to punch him in the face because I hate his. I just don't like him. I don't know what it is. He has a very punchable face.
Doxycycline. What the fuck's that?
All over him.
Yeah, he looks like a pedo.
Sure, Joe. Are you trying to get me to pass a drug test? I don't need to pass a marijuana. I don't need to. They said that marijuana is not being tested. It's the job I do, so I ain't got nothing to worry about. And I passed all of it.
Actually,
But they don't look for
tell
weed.
you
They
to
don't care.
smoke it or you ain't gonna be able to come in the next day because your back will hurt too bad. Pico will try to help you get
Black
your
Knight.
medical order.
84. What's going on, man?
No, man, for real. I found this out the other day. Pico will try to get you your medical card so you don't have to go in and have surgery for carpal tunnel and shit so they won't get sued.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Look. But even if you're dirty for weed, the insurance isn't going to pay for it unless you have a prescription for it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I smoke most of my weed in Missouri. It's recreational. You know what I mean?
Go to Missouri.
What are you going to do? Arrest me from Arkansas out of Missouri? Come get me. You know what I mean? Let's say.
He wants that fucking Twinkie.
I'm in Arkansas.
Is that a Twinkie?
It's a Swiss roll, but it's strawberry shortcake instead of chocolate.
Asperger's syndrome. Is that like Down syndrome? Or autism? Because I do believe that I'm a little autistic, but people don't believe me. My wife definitely don't believe me.
You're not eating those.
I believe it, though.
Because they're so sweet and then a whole box of them.
What's Asperger's, babe? You know it. I've heard of it. I just really haven't done a lot
That's
of
what
research.
Billy
on it.
swears up and down he has.
Billy probably does has Asperger's. Fucking kid, boy. Y'all are me on that, boy.
Ask Siri.
Hey Siri, what's Asperger's syndrome?
Here's some info about Asperger's syndrome.
Oh, you ain't gonna tell me? You just gonna make me look it up, huh? Fucking bitch. Where's Bixby when I need her? Why ain't you told me yet, man? You telling me I had this syndrome? Like, I asked you what it was. Shit, answer.
Just Googling it.
Asperger's.
Are y'all Googling it too? You're gonna throw some words up there and say somebody's got something and don't even know what the fuck it is.
I don't know. Looks fucking.
Oh, I think he's got hepatitis Crohn's disease.
Read that.
Fuck. Ain't nobody heard of before.
No, he's got neuronal.
Yeah, I do have a disease, and it's called neuronal thyroid lipofuscinosis. Look that up.
Can you spell it?
Yeah, right.
Well, that's what the fuck
I bet they can't.
I can't. I can't even say the motherfucking word. Oh yeah, he's got this, but I can't tell you what the fuck it spells or how it's
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, try to prescribe me a fucking seizure
Asperger's
medication
syndrome
before they
doesn't even
diagnose
exist
the
anymore.
fucking cause
Okay,
of
but
my
what was
seizures.
it? Was the
It merged into autism. If you got autism, you got
I said that. Did I say autism a while ago?
Yeah.
I say I don't know. I didn't even know, but I knew.
A condition characterized by significant difficulties in social
So yeah,
interaction,
I might have Asperger's syndrome. Fuck you.
along with restrictions
Well, that's funny
on
as
measures,
shit,
patterns,
yeah.
behavior, and interests.
Oh hell yeah! I probably.
They told me it was ADHD and hyperactive disorder.
Is that
You
what
better
those
cut it out.
same song 8
So you're
times?
telling me that all they had to tell me this whole time is I had the Asperger's syndrome?
If it's in
Does my ass really look like a burger?
Oh God, bro.
I don't know.
Look,
I think
they
the
got
line.
so mad because I'm
Cap,
finally
bro,
listening
it's all
to
cap.
his newest song, this Sleepless in a Hotel Room, right?
love you?
And
It's cap,
every
baby.
time she would turn it down.
309.
every now
Oh,
and
what's his
again.
name? Oh, dude said,
So I have to restart. We listened to it almost 42 times in a row.
Icky
It's
Fingers.
already my #1 song just because of that. I haven't listened to it ever since though, because I done got my
If we- okay.
listens worth, and I know
Well, you
it's
didn't tell me what the fuck it was, bro. Like, you said I had this syndrome, but you didn't tell me what type of syndrome it was.
It's a form of autism.
Did you get any
It's
of
where
that
you're
pizza
fucking
last
highly intelligent,
It's a form of
Did you get
but
any of
don't
that
have a
pizza
weird
last night?
fucking.
yeah.
Oh, so you might be on my level. That's probably why you're watching my page, bro. Shit, you ever thought of that?
Well, congratulations, you just
So
got.
you got hit by the old For You page, my dude.
I guarantee you'll still be on.
I'm the guy you've been looking for. I could be your best friend without you knowing. Ain't that something?
I guarantee you're still gonna be on the phone with him.
We're
when
gonna
you
be
get
some
to work.
Asperger friends, bro. Hell yeah. I'm the only normal one. How you gonna say you got mental illnesses and you're normal? Shut your... Dude, I'm done talking to you. You can go ahead and step off my page. I ain't gonna block you because I don't... You're watching my shit. I ain't gonna,
Commenting.
deny the views, bro, but... Hey,
Every comment fucking matters too.
you might get me paid, my dude. Then I could quit fucking throwing these things and wearing this thing on my arm and looking like a retard with these little hand gloves that got a finger showing, looking like Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? But
He will still be on the phone with us. Still fucking doing live by the time
if I
he
could
gets to work.
stream like old fucking Speed all day and get paid like he got paid and like
Take his
fucking
phone from him in
them
the truck.
Islander boys. Hey, pay me,
Howdy.
bitches.
Oh boy.
I don't even know how them Island boys are fucking worth $900,000 net worth. How's that work, bro? How you lose viewing and still be worth net worth at 900,000? Kisses, baby. I got my wallet. I got my joint. Got my
Ordered
fans.
dinner.
I got my fan. Maybe.
I need
Am
my
I
phone, so you're gonna have to switch phones.
Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna have to get off here. Hey, stay tuned. I'm not going forever. Well, I'm going for now.
He'll be right back. All right, so I'm ordering what?